We're doing messages for the week ahead, so I hope that you will stick around for these beautiful messages. Hey everyone, this is Be Divine. I am grateful for each one of you for being here. I am going to do a little bit of a message for us spiritually for the week ahead. We have some different cards and things that we're going to be focusing on. So, our spiritual message is about new directions. We are between those directions at the moment. And as I've said to you previously, this is why we might be feeling this little sense of something's coming, but we don't know what it is. This little sense of urgency, right? Slow and steady here. We are in between these two worlds, two different directions. We have the birth of creation, potential growth. We have, sacred divinity. There are two paths, see? Two paths ahead. And shielding your energy, looking beneath the surface. A lot of the times that you might see readings online or whatever, I can guarantee you that 9 out of 10 of those readers don't really protect themselves properly. And this is why they get so drained. This is why they are talking about negative things at times as well. It's not to say that negative things don't come up, but there's a way of dealing with those things when they come up, especially in readings. So we really do need to look after ourselves, and posted on all of my social media is a declaration for protection. So I always ask that you just take a look around a little bit, because there are a lot of tools for you to use. Now we're in the middle of things here. So how you're focusing is really going to determine what's going to come up for you as well. And as we look at the wisdom of Avalon, we're going to also get some markers of where we are going. So we have the cat, independence and healthy boundaries. There's protection again. See how important it is. The goblin, the wounded human ego. So that goblin energy can come up when there is a falseness around. Someone is a false friend to you, or there's something that you're considering doing that it's not going to be right for you. So let's just get a little tiny bit more here. Something needs to be forgiven. And the eagle shows our triumph, our spirit, our integrity, our communication with the higher realms. So if you really are in those higher realms of vibration, it can be a little tempting sometimes to have an opinion about somebody else or what they're doing with their lives, or, whatever is coming up in your life. You might get stressed out and focusing a little bit too much on what could possibly happen in a negative sense. So as we begin to understand our independence, right, our creator energy, and healthy boundaries, of course, means that you have to also give healthy boundaries for yourself, right? This is not about, always having to put up a fence around your energy so that other people can't flow in. You've got to make sure that you're giving yourself boundaries on what you're willing to allow. So what you're willing to allow with your mind, with your energy, what you're willing to allow in your inner circle, right? One thing is that we all are in this place of ancient energy. And we all need to recognize that we are all capable beings of light that have been in an energy of being enslaved in certain ways, right? And we have been taught to doubt ourselves. And what I'm asking each one of you to do is to start to remember the strength of who you are, and that in other lifetimes and other planets even, for some of you, there is no stress because there is a sensation of instantly balancing things. This is part of the secret of life, is adjustment. You can choose to be cranky. You can choose to get stressed out. You can choose to hate on somebody. You can choose to write nasty comments online. But the thing of it is, why would you choose anything that depletes your own power, that makes you weaker? Because we need to be as strong as we can be, right? We just have to let go of the past patterning and start to embrace a new pattern. When some people need healing, for example, everybody needs healing and then an understanding of why that has to happen. But when I, work with people on this, they still declare things as their own. For example, I'm sick, I've been affected by this, I've just heard really bad news and my whole body is feeling it. I've just been going through this and my whole body is taking it on. People are literally saying those things out loud and not realizing that that amplifies that vibration that you don't want. So the way that we have to see ourselves is through a much more balanced lens, right? We start to break free from our own confines, what we're doing to ourselves. And this week coming ahead is going to really challenge you in a sense to focus on your own journey, right? Nobody else's. To focus on yourself as a soul, to focus on yourself as things that you really want to release in your life and things that you want to amplify. Why would we want to amplify negativity? We have enough around us, but if you don't buy into it, okay, you don't bring it home with you. See what I'm saying? There are people who exploit their children and get them to do readings and get them to do mediumship stuff and all for views and things like that. There are people who will just speak negatively all of the time for views and controversy and things like this too. I think that we have to just embrace our own journey. And this week coming ahead, look at these new starts. It's a new start in positive action and activity. It's a new start in your relationship with finances. And it's a breaking free of this old structure that you have. Now, when you go to my website, you get to purchase and choose your own reading. And in those readings, when you send me your questions or whatever it is, you get so much more than just a simple card reading and an answer to your questions. I'm going to tune in to who you are as a soul and give you what you actually need to hear. Give you healing. Give you balance. Show you where you need to be adjusting a little bit. Instead of, you have to do this and I'm a fortune teller and there you go. That's not helping you. So you're going to notice in the coming months different types of readings that are available, and they're going to be like consultations, okay? And if you want them, you just go to my website and then you email me your questions when you've done purchasing. I don't have anything to do with your cards, your money, anything, okay? So we're breaking free from old cycles. We're in this 8 energy too. We're bringing ourselves into arrival points. We are adjusting our emotions. We're not letting ourselves get caught up in our mind worry, okay? And we're allowing our subconscious mind to push us forward and allow us to manifest, to push us forward and show us where we need adjustment without being critical. Treating yourself beautifully,